It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Panthers and the Bills, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside the incomparable Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, as we settle into this one group that won't be settled, these opposing defenses, because they have to try and stop two of the more mobile quarterbacks in the NFL. Cam Newton and Josh Allen.
And trying to prepare for these guys absolutely ruins defensive staffs days and nights leading up to the game, doesn't it? But the only thing these defenses do have going for them is that both get to defend a mobile quarterback in practice each week. So they're hoping some of those lessons will carry over to this one as they try and slow these guys down.
And we are underway in Buffalo. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here come the Bills for their first go on offense, led by their Pro Bowl quarterback. Now in his fourth season, it's Josh Allen.
And how about Josh Allen in 2020 going to the mountaintop and announcing that he was more than ready to become an elite quarterback in the NFL, and the number was 5. 5th in the league in passing with over 4,500 yards. 5th also in touchdown passes with 37, and that's a Bills franchise record. But let's face it, he's number 1 in the hearts of the Bills fans, and they expect him to be their guy for many years to come.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Flush to his right. First down and more for Allen. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. A big gain there for the Bills.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Allen going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Allen. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They'll be led out by the 2015 NFL Most Valuable Player in his 11th season in the league, 32-year-old Cam Newton.
And many people are having difficulty pegging exactly what they believe Cam Newton is at this point in his career. For me, when I see certain days and he's right, he can still be an accurate passer, can still get the ball downfield. And his running ability, especially inside the 10, still makes him a difficult quarterback to prepare for.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Newton. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Newton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on it. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Back to throw, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. Hubbard has the first down and then some.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here's Newton.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's go.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Singletary to get the drive started. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 4th down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo.
Back deep, Alex Erickson. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Newton.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
And he will find the rookie from LSU, Terrace Marshall. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
2nd and 10. Here's Allen. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Allen. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Panthers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Carolina. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Bills, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Here's Abdullah from his end zone.
Let's go, let's go!
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run by Hubbard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun, here's Newton. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Newton now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And this a 39-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
We play to win. Let's go.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Here's Allen to throw it. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Hubbard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, Abdullah. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. 58
Newton now to throw. He gets it to Thomas. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To throw is Newton. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Ed Oliver picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. On the return, it's McKenzie. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final try here for Allen. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's it, baby. Trying to go to work.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. It's complete to Diggs. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Check, 47. All day, baby, all day, all day. What's that?
On the give, this is Singletary.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
I got you.
They'll run here with Moss. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And able to get this out to the 25.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. No pain, no gain.
Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Ready? Ready?
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Right there.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Now Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Second and 11. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. 78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.